010, also convicted of aggravated possession of methamphetamine, both 5th-degree felons. He was placed on community control on February 15th of 2019. Mr. Gruber, there was a notification of alleged violations of community control filed yesterday by, I believe, Officer Balser, and it alleges that you have violated Rule 2 and that you have failed to report to the probation department since February 3 of 2021. And Rule 20A, you have failed to enroll in and complete substance abuse treatment as directed by probation. And Rule 15, that you failed to pay the court cost of the action. Now, each of these offenses you are convicted of carries a possible prison term between 6 and 12 months and a fine of $25,000. And if it is found that you have violated these conditions after hearing, then the court could terminate your community control and send you to prison for that period of time. Could also continue your community control under the same conditions, or I can continue it with additional conditions I think are appropriate. Now, you are entitled to have an attorney to represent you in this matter, and if you cannot afford to hire one, the court will appoint one for you. And I see you have filled out your financial disclosure form. Is everything on this form correct, Mr. Gruber?
Yes, Your Honor.
When was the last time that you were employed?
I still have a job.
Where's that?
Directives.
In Greenfield?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I find that you are entitled to appoint counsel. I see Mr. King of Richmond representing you. He's no longer able to do that since he's an assistant prosecutor. You don't have any other charges pending, do you?
No.
All right, I'll appoint Attorney Dennis Kirk to represent you. How long have you been working there at WW Cleaners?
I worked for him for a year.
How long?
For a year, when I just started this new job.
So you just started back?
Yeah.
All right.
He's gonna hold my job for me.
Okay. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance only, Mr. Gruber, which means you are promising to appear as directed, and if you do fail, then the failure to appear, you could be prosecuted for an additional felony and convicted and sentenced on that regardless after this case. So we'll set your hearing August 11 at 11 a.m. Now, as soon as you sign your bond, you're to report to the probation department immediately here in Hillsborough. And then you're still on community control. You still have to comply. If you violate any, if you commit any more violations, then those will also be after this, and it will make it less likely that you stay out of prison. So you also will need to make arrangements to pay your deposit of $171 that has to be paid within 30 days. So we'll notify Mr. Kirk. You get his phone number there. You should give him a call, talk to him, and get this notice to him. And so you report immediately to probation. You have any questions?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
I'd also suggest that you follow their recommendation to be assessed for treatment. And if treatment's indicated, you need to get into that. Okay, are you? All right, are you Brandon Pettiford?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, it's case number 19, Sarah 202, State of Ohio versus Brandon Lee Pettiford. Pettiford is appearing from the jail. You were convicted of aggravated possession of methamphetamine, a 5th-degree felony, and placed on community control. Back on February 20th, 2020, and then there were some modifications on October 14th, 2020, after there'd been a prior finding of a violation. Now, there was a violation filed by the probation department, Mr. Bolster, yesterday, related to be violated Rule 2 that you failed to report since November of last year. And in Rule 3, on March 12, 2021, a home visit was conducted and no contact was made. And in Rule 15, you failed to make any payments for fines and costs. Now, in the event you're found to have committed these violations, Mr. Pettiford, I could revoke your community control sanction prison for between 6 to 12 months, fine you $2,500. I could also continue it under the same conditions previously ordered or with additional conditions I think are appropriate. Now, you are entitled to have an attorney, and I see you have filled out your financial disclosure form. Is everything on this form correct?
Yes, there is.
Pardon me?
Yes, there is.
Okay, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. When's the last time you were employed, Mr. Pettiford?
About a week ago, right around my arrest, working with my nephew, which is like landscaping business, front yards.
What was your nephew's name again?
Gabriel Mitchell.
I'm having trouble hearing you. Can you speak up?
It's Gabriel Mitchell.
Gabriel Mitchell, all right. All right. The court will find that you are indigent, and here Mr. Kirk is your attorney as well. So I'll appoint him to represent you. We'll set your hearing also for August the 11th at 11 a.m. I'll release you on your own recognizance, Mr. Pettiford, which is your promise to appear. And if you fail to appear, you could be prosecuted for an additional felony and if convicted, sentenced on that regardless of what happens in this case. Also, to make it less likely that you would stay out of prison on this charge. You'll be required to pay a deposit for the statutorily required fees of $171 within 30 days. As soon as you get out of jail, you go directly to the probation department here at 117 East Main Street in Hillsborough. You know where that's located.
Yes, sir.
And then you're still on probation, in control, so you need to continue to comply with the conditions that they tell you to do. Because if you don't, then you could end up, well, like I said, you could end up with more filings and against you and make it more likely that you would be sent to prison. So we want to make sure you do that. We'll notify Mr. Kirk of his appointment. You get his phone number there at the jail. You should get in touch with him so you can talk to him before you're here. Do you have any questions, Mr. Pettiford?
No, I don't. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.